Welcome to another episode of Mind Thump, your #1 source for interesting content to feed your brain. The earthquake and subsequent tsunami that devastated Japan in 2011 showed just how vulnerable modern-day society is to the power of Mother Nature. While tsunamis were largely unknown to the wider public before the hugely destructive 2004 Boxing Day tsunami, they have occurred many times in the past. Today's video will be focusing on the top 10 worst tsunamis of all time. Before we get into it, if you want to see more of these kinds of videos, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Let's delve into these frightening phenomena. Number 10. Isekai Japan, 18th of January 1586. The earthquake that caused the Isekai tsunami is best estimated as being of a magnitude of 8.2. The waves rose to a height of 6 meters, causing damage to several towns. The town, Nagahama, experienced an outbreak of fire as the earthquake first occurred, destroying half of the city. It is reported that the nearby Lake Biwa surged over the town, leaving no trace except for the castle. The Isekai tsunamis caused more than 8,000 deaths and a devastating amount of damage. Number 9. Ryuko Islands, Japan. 24th of April 1771. A magnitude 7.4 earthquake is believed to have caused a tsunami that damaged a large number of islands in the region. However, the most serious damage was restricted to Igisaki and Miyako Islands. It is commonly cited that the waves that struck Ishigaki Island were 85.4 meters high, but it appears this is a confusion of the original Japanese measurements and is more accurately estimated to have been around 11 to 15 meters high. This tsunami destroyed a total of 3,137 homes, killing nearly 12,000 people in total. Number 8. Northern Chile, 13th of August 1868. This tsunami event was caused by a series of 2 significant earthquakes, estimated at a magnitude of 8.5, off the coast of Africa, Peru, now Chile. The ensuing waves affected the entire Pacific Rim, with waves reported to be up to 21 meters high, which lasted between 2 and 3 days. The Africa tsunami was registered by 6 tide gauges, as far off as Sydney, Australia. A total of 25,000 deaths and an estimated $300 million in damage was caused by the tsunami and earthquakes combined along the Peru-Chile coast. Number 7. Sanriku Japan, 15th of June 1896. At number 7, we're heading back to Japan again. This tsunami propagated after an estimated magnitude 7.6 earthquake occurred off the coast of Sanriku, Japan. The tsunami was reported at Shirahama to have reached a height of 38.2 meters, causing damage to more than 11,000 homes and killing some 22,000 people. Reports have also been found that chronicle a corresponding tsunami hitting the east coast of China, killing around 4,000 people and doing extensive damage to local crops. Number 6. Nagado, Japan, 28th of October 1707. A magnitude 8.4 earthquake caused sea waves as high as 25 meters to hammer into the Pacific coast of Kyushu, Shikoku, and Hanshin. Osaka was also damaged. A total of 30,000 buildings were damaged in the affected regions, and about 30,000 people were also killed. It was reported that roughly a dozen large waves were counted between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m., some of them extending several kilometers inland at Kochi. Evidence suggests changes in stress caused by large earthquakes may be sufficient to trigger volcanic eruptions, assuming that the magma system involved is close to a critical state. The 1707 earthquake may have triggered a shift in the static stress that led to pressure changes in the magma chamber beneath Mount Fuji. The volcano erupted on the 16th of December 1707, 49 days after the quake. Number 5. Ene Sea, Japan, 20th of September 1498. The southern coast of Honshu runs parallel to the Nankai Trough, which marks the subduction of the Philippine Sea Plate beneath the Eurasian Plate. Movement on this convergent plate boundary leads to many earthquakes, some of them megathrust type. An earthquake, estimated to have been at least magnitude 8.3, caused tsunami waves along the coasts of Ki, Mikawa, Tsurugu, Izu, and Sagami. The waves were powerful enough to breach a spit, which had previously separated Lake Hamana from the sea. There were reports of homes flooding and being swept away throughout the region, with a total of at least 31,000 people being killed. Number 4. Krakatau, Indonesia, 27th of August 1883. This tsunami event is actually linked to the explosion of the Krakatau caldera volcano. Multiple waves as high as 37 meters were propagated by the violent eruptions and demolished the towns of Anjar and Merak. The sea was reported to recede from the shore at Bombay, in India, and is said to have killed at least one person in Sri Lanka. This event killed around 40,000 people in total. However, as many as 2,000 deaths can be attributed directly to the volcanic eruptions, rather than the ensuing tsunami. Number 3. Lisbon, Portugal, 1st of November 1775. A magnitude 8.5 earthquake caused a series of 3 huge waves to strike various towns along the west coast of Portugal and southern Spain, up to 30 meters high in some places. The tsunami affected waves as far away as Carlisle Bay, Barbados, where waves were said to rise by 1.5 meters. The earthquake and ensuing tsunami killed 60,000 people in Portugal, Morocco, and Spain. The earthquake accentuated political tensions in Portugal and profoundly disrupted the country's colonial ambitions. The event was widely discussed and dwelt upon by European Enlightenment philosophers and inspired major developments in theodicity. As the first earthquake studied scientifically for its effects over a large area, it led to the birth of modern seismology and earthquake engineering. Number 2. North Pacific Coast, Japan, 11th of March 2011. A powerful tsunami travelling 800 kilometers per hour with 10-meter high waves was swept over the east coast of Japan, killing more than 18,000 people. The tsunami was spawned by a 9.0 magnitude earthquake that reached depths of 24.4 kilometers, making it the 4th largest earthquake ever recorded. Approximately 452,000 people were relocated to shelters and remained displaced from their destroyed homes. The violent shaking resulted in a nuclear emergency in which the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant began leaking radioactive steam. The World Bank estimates that it could take Japan up to 5 years to financially overcome the $235 billion worth of damages, plus years of effort and manpower to clean up the radioactive fallout from the Fukushima disaster. Number 1. Sumatra, Indonesia, 26 December 2004. The 9.1 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Sumatra was estimated to occur at a depth of 30 kilometers. The fault zone that caused the tsunami was roughly 1,300 kilometers long, vertically displacing the seafloor by several meters along that length. The ensuing tsunami was as tall as 50 meters, reaching 5 kilometers inland near Sumatra. This tsunami is also the most widely recorded, with nearly 1,000 combined tide gauges and eyewitness measurements from around the world reporting a rise in wave height, including places in the US, the UK, and Antarctica. An estimated $10 billion worth of damages is attributed to the disaster, with around 230,000 people reported dead. It even caused the planet to vibrate as much as 10 millimeters, and also remotely triggered earthquakes as far away as Alaska. Its epicenter was between Simulate and mainland Sumatra. The plight of the affected people and countries prompted a worldwide humanitarian response, with donations totaling more than $14 billion. That brings us to the end of this episode of Mind Thump. Could you imagine living in a part of the world where you got to witness any of these disasters firsthand? It must be terrifying. I still remember watching the gigantic waves on the news on Boxing Day back in 2004 in horror. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed today's upload, feel free to drop us a like. Also, subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the latest and greatest content. Thanks for joining us. See you soon in another episode.